What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm here with my co-host Dave Bergio. We're a little late today, but we're here. That's what matters. Dave, what's going on, brother?
Hey, brother, I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Good. What I want to talk about today is the mindset of setting up a legacy. Right? I think all of us should be striving to make an impact that we care about. Right? So for me, it's always been supporting small businesses. The flip side to that is that's what we do 9 to 5. Okay. And yes, you should be striving to make an amazing legacy there. But the true impact that you're going to leave is the people that you connect with and see every day. How did you impact them? And what did you leave on this planet when you left? And what I mean by that is your kids, right? I think we don't discuss enough what type of impact we can make on our kids and how that will impact our legacy, because to me that's the ultimate legacy play. Did they do better than I did or me and my wife did? Did they turn out better? Were they able and equipped to make a bigger impact than I was? Did you give them the tools, the education? Did you develop their personalities to do the right thing? Did you put all these things in place so that when you are gone, your legacy remains? And that's a very, very heavy way to look at it, but it's the truth, you know? And Dave, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, this one, when we talked about before coming in here, that this one always, hits me heavy and still why at 42, right? And it's like making the comeback like in the business world over the last couple of years. Even some people are like, dude, you're old, man. Like, what are you doing? Like all that and stuff. And it's just like, look, bro, like I want to lead an example for my kids, but I think of also that legacy is what it's left for you from that trickle down effect from above. And I also think of what you can learn negatively from that too, and as to what not to do, like that kind of legacy. So, as far as learning from the top down, my grandfather, somebody I always think of the legacy that he left. And when he passed away 12 years ago, I think of the comments that people left, and it's like, dude, like, we knew him, but we didn't know him like that, of the legacy he left. First gen Italian, here, first gen Sicilian, grew up poor as shit. Um, you know, Went through college, wanted to go to Duke, it didn't happen. Ended up going to Lafayette, which is like unheard of here. Busted his ass. Korean veteran, right? Drafted. Um, Master's at Lehigh, doctorate at Lehigh, started off as a principal at Del Val High School in Jersey, was the first ever one there, 34 years, left a legacy there. I still hear crazy shit about, like, from people I met that went there that are my parents' age. Well, who's your grandfather? Dr. Bergie. Oh shit, he was a boss. You know what I mean? Like, little 5 foot Joe Pesci looking guy, took no shit from nobody. Right. So, like, I think of that. My grandmother did the same thing. And then I look at how that's affected my dad and like us, you know what I mean? And then my mom's side, my grandfather, just a hard blue collar guy on that. But then my mom made a lot of mistakes, right? Because, my parents were divorced then. But I think of that top down trickle effect. And there's things I don't want to learn. I love my mom, but like a lot of mistakes that she made that I don't want to do. And just like my dad, there's great things that he's done and things I don't want to do. And now it's instilling that in my kids. And the fucked up part is, and it's crazy to even think about, it's like they're all gone except my dad. You know what I mean? Like, even my uncles, man. So it's like there's a sense of urgency there to, not only like want to spend more time with my kids. And again, it's like that balance or blending, or blending, not balance, because the fuck balance. I hate that shit. But that time with my kids and that leading by example, shit's caught. You know what I mean? It's not taught. So my son being old enough and with sports we play in the backyard or building things or things he sees together, he'll pick up my impact gun or other stuff, and he'll want to work on the car. And it's just simple stuff like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be all business oriented yet and jam that down his throat. It's like, buddy, what do you want to learn? And now my little princess, man, swinging a bat at 3 years old out in the backyard, crushing them. You know what I mean? Kicking some nice 10-yard soccer shots, right? And have it, daddy, come kick the ball with me. Yeah, absolutely. Just to start from there, and continuously grow from that. Hey, now it's, you want to learn some stuff with daddy. Here's some things that I've learned over the years that work, that are better, that my parents, that I think suck, in that certain aspect. And even like with my grandparents, man, as greatly decorated there were some things that it's like, like, nah, it's not working. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's a deep one for me, especially my grandfather, dude. He's the one in my family that like I've always revered, like his legacy, and I can tell you stories for hours about him and that he has impacted me here more than anybody else. And I just hope I'm half of that in what I leave to my kids. You know what I mean? That's my son's middle name is Rock, for Rocco, from my grandfather.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with, you can definitely learn good and bad from both parents, right? But how do you also teach and bring stuff down to your kids? So I'll give you a couple, right? One, my mom was a breadwinner, supported 3 families. Okay. I learned insane work ethic from her and just getting shit done, and I would say most of my really, really strong qualities come from that. My dad, when I was growing up, was an alcoholic, functioning alcoholic. So I learned what not to do, right? Now, in his later years, he stopped drinking, basically had to, and he's trying to make up for it, which, is great. I'm here for that. But you learn these things and you learn what to do and what not to do. You can always learn something, good or bad, from anybody. You can emulate or imitate or catch on to what you really like about what they do, and then you can avoid or not do the things that you can't stand, right? And so one of the things that I want to do is talk about how to help and guide kids so people can leave that legacy. And that does start with the mindset, because you want them to have a positive mindset, a mindset that they're determined. I tell them about them every single morning, every single day. I do not miss that. And what I would tell you is they will catch everything that you do. And so here's what I mean by that. So one of the big things that I work on with my kids, like, they do martial arts. Okay. They love martial arts. They both want to play hockey now because I play hockey. I'll support them and have them play hockey and learn that, because you have something that you're working for as an individual which is martial arts. And then you have something that, you're learning how to work with others. Hockey, that's a team game. And I think that's so important, right? But the other thing is I let them see everything into my world. Okay. I let them see the good, the bad, the ugly. They know my son has come to work with me. He loves it. He loves all the stuff that we do on YouTube. He actually works with my marketing guy. He loves seeing that. I brought him to the gym the other day and I let him do some body weight stuff as I was working out, because they didn't have that. He loved it. And then we did some things together, like the sled, and he loved that. Why? Well, he gets to hang out with me uninterrupted, and he's actually learning and putting in the reps. And so every time I've done 75 hard, they see me wake up in the morning, work out. They see me read at night, and they've actually taken and adopted that. So they have, at a very early age, gone down their own path of self-development. Okay. Reading, working out, taking care of yourself, eating the right way. And it's both my boys. Now, obviously the 8-year-old's a lot better at it right now than the 5-year-old, but it's getting there. The other thing that I do is I try to set time apart. Like, we're all busy. And I like that you mentioned the work-life balance. The work-life balance, to me, it is bullshit, is a myth. I like to be present. I make sure I'm present when I'm there. So what do? When the sun's going down, it's cool. I live in a neighborhood where I can walk 50 yards to a lake. I take them fishing. On the weekends, I make sure that we spend one day on the boat, hopefully on the sandbar. We did that yesterday. We were out 10:30 to 3:30. And then they saw us do work around the house and they helped with that. The other thing that we actively strive to do is, like, when they go to martial arts, I go with them and I train. I train alongside them, and then we work on it at home. Okay. And it gets them to develop the right habits. And
Mhm.
if they can develop the right habits, imagine if, Dave, think about it like this, right? I started personal development probably 25, 26, 27. But what would happen if you started it when you were 8 or 9 or
Mhm.
5? Okay? Learning those habits, because then you're going to pick up those habits. Because I'll tell you right now, I do not trust school. I don't trust school to teach them anything. Okay? My son's thing right now is he really wants to start a business. I don't want to do the lemonade stand as much because it doesn't have the time value there, but it does teach him principles. We probably will do that once a quarter. However, what I'm trying to teach him is I'm trying to teach him how to set up a business that he'll actually be able to work in high school or now with my help, obviously. But don't do I give him the idea and I give him the reasoning behind it, and then I make him go out and do what he needs to do. And if he doesn't do it, we don't set up. So right now, he wanted to learn a business, and I told him, "You want to solve rich people problems. They pay way better." Okay, it's the truth. So he goes, "Well, give me an example, Dad." I said, "All right, I'll give you an example. My boat, I can't get detailed because there's a 3 month wait." And I said, most of the marinas have a 3 month wait for it. Why don't you learn how to detail boats? And then after you learn it and show me you know how to do it, then you have to teach other people. And then instead of detailing cars for $200 a pop, you could detail boats for $1,000 a pop. And guess what? Everybody that I know with a boat would gladly pay $1,000 to get their boat fucking detailed, me included. Okay,
Your first
so
customer.
100%. I got no problem doing it either. Okay. And my point is learn a skill that you can actually make really good money and do that. And the point is not for him to try to like become a millionaire by 21, which would be great, but that's not why I'm teaching this. I'm teaching this so he knows how to start a business, so he knows what to look for, how to plan it out, how to learn, how to hire people. I'm trying to just teach him all the skills.
Mhm.
Okay. If he does a business and he just makes a little bit of money, great. I don't care. It's not a money thing. It's teaching them. Because if they are equipped with the tools, the knowledge, the resources, then as a parent, I feel you did your job. However, if I were to do everything for him, you're just going to have another spoiled brat,
Yep.
right? And it's so important that that is what we focus on as parents, to have better children, better citizens, better Americans, better entrepreneurs. Because if you can give them and equip them with that, the sky's the limit.
100%, because now it's falling backwards in
Mhm.
society, and just like you talked from the school system, and it sucks. My wife's a teacher, and I give her a lot of shit about it, but she's pretty, she's aware of what goes on, in her school, inner city stuff. It's a lot different because you're gonna worry about if you're gonna get fucking popped with brass knuckles, every day. So, but even there, again, I think too many people are scared for themselves in order to push woke shit down in that environment.
Yeah.
But again, as far as and everything you do, man, like we do that with our kids. And yeah, Dom's only 6, but like you see his progression, his reading, and what he does. And I think it's important, let them make decisions and find out why. Hey, okay, why are you thinking this? Why are you thinking that? And these are
Yep.
conversations I have with my son all the time. I mean, my daughter's too young for that right now, but like with him especially, it's like, okay, well, tell me why. Why does this make sense? And one of the most important things for me that I do with him every day, it's especially before school. I'm fortunate enough that I can walk him to school every morning, and I've been doing this since he was in daycare. I have a little pep talk with him, and it's like, hey, what are the most important things we're going to do today, right? He's like, we're going to have fun, right? We're going to learn, yep, and we're going to be respectful, yes. And what are you going to do as far as your peers? He's like, I'm going to be the leader. Okay, great. Go in, kick ass, and have a good day. And those are discussions similar to what we have every single day. Talk to your kids. A lot of people, it's just like, yeah, all right, see you later. You know what I mean? Like, have discussions with them too. They want to have discussions with you, have discussions with them. You know, dude, I've learned so much from my son over the last couple of years with the crazy stuff he researches on
Yes.
specifics with animals and engineering and stuff. I'm like, dude, how do you figure that out? You know, so it's a good learning experience as a parent as well. If you listen and watch and be present, throw the phone like Jonathan does and break the screen. All right.
Oh, that's funny. But true.
Yeah, you have to be present, man. Put that shit down. Like, seriously.
I love it, dude. Cool, man. I think we touched on everything I wanted to touch on. Guys, this is one of the most important topics we'll ever cover. And we'll cover it multiple different times, multiple different angles. This was a good start. We try not to go more than 10 minutes. We went 15. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. We appreciate you. This was Mindset Monday. Dave, appreciate you, brother. Guys, take care. Catch up for Financial Fitness Friday.
Be great, y'all.